the chapter begins with Suho Kim, the protagonist, introducing himself as he now inhabits a different world. My name is Suho Kim. No, in this world, my name is Lloyd Frontera. And this is the story of how your average civil engineering student turned an entire world upside down. In this new world, Suho has taken over the body of Lloyd Frontera, the eldest son of a low-ranking baron. He is immediately approached by Javier Azrahan, a serious and loyal swordsman who addresses him with respect. Yes, Master Lloyd. Lloyd, overwhelmed by the possibilities of his new reality, suddenly exclaims, "This is all money." Javier, confused by his outburst, asks, "Have you finally lost it, sir?" The scene shifts to a flashback, revealing how Suho came to inhabit Lloyd's body. An alarm goes off with a congratulatory tone. You have been chosen to have a random wish granted by the Absolute. Congrats, smiley face. Congratulations. With clapping sounds following, the alarm continues. From now on, you will be a character in the novel, Blood and Iron's Night. Lloyd, still Suho at this point, starts piecing things together in confusion. Blood and Iron's Night. The novel I read last night. The alarm keeps cheering him on. Please do your best. Way to go. Yeah. Suddenly, Lloyd feels dizzy. A wish. Good luck with what? I didn't even drink. How am I seeing things that look so realistic? He begins to realize what's happening. Oh. Is this one of those web novels where I've possessed someone from a different world? With growing disbelief, he confirms, am I in a different world? So then, why am I waking up face down on a dirt road? Realizing his new situation, Lloyd mutters, "Ugh, it's freezing." He suddenly notices something off. Huh. Why's my mouth like this? An alert chimes in to mock him. Your mouth became like that after sleeping in the street. Laughs, annoyed, Lloyd retorts, I know that. These alerts are ticking me off. As he begins to understand, Lloyd reflects that he's taken over a character from the novel, Blood and Iron's Night, so I get that I've taken over some character in this story. Who have I taken over? In Night of Blood and Iron, the only person who lived in the middle of nowhere and fell asleep on the ground was. Before he can finish his thought, Javier Azrahan appears and speaks, Young Master Lloyd. There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you. Let us return to the manor. Lloyd is shocked when he recognizes Javier, a significant character in the book. He looks just like in the book. Did he just call me Lloyd? In the book, he is Javier the renowned swordsman. But he starts off as an unknown knight working for the country lord, Arcos Frontera. It dawns on him who he has become, and the eldest son of Baron Frontera is. I'm the hooligan, Lloyd Frontera. Javier, unfazed, quips with calm precision, I called your name, but I have never called you a hooligan. Well, it's good that you are self-aware at least. Another notification pops up, adding to Lloyd's embarrassment. Javier looks like he's in a good mood. Javier recounts what happened the previous day. You can't remember why that happened to you? You started drinking in the afternoon, got drunk, destroyed the pub furniture, and then passed out on your way back to the manor. His lordship was worried, and he sent me. Lloyd, now fully aware of the mess he's inherited, mutters, that really is the day in the life of a hooligan. Javier continues, my lord was worried and sent me to find you. Because he will be sad if his rascal son returns home with his mouth shut forever. Shivering from the cold, Lloyd grumbles, it's cold, if the floor could just be a heated one. But then, remembering the world he's in, he sighs, yeah, I didn't think so. This is a medieval fantasy novel. Javier, taking his complaints seriously, replies, then take a rest. I'll report the bar incident to my lord tomorrow. Lloyd tries to convince him not to. Do you have to? He's so uptight. Well. Javier. Javier responds immediately, yes, Master Lloyd. Lloyd brings up a serious matter, our family has a lot of debt, don't we? Javier's tone becomes somber, it's neither new nor surprising, Lloyd, recalling the tragic fate of the Frontera family, reflects, I know everything that happens in this story. Just last night, in my microscopic boarding house room, I read the last chapter. And of course, I know what happened to Lloyd. He begins recounting the sad downfall of the Frontera family. In the beginning, the Baron and the Baroness were trapped by a swindler. Then they lost all of their properties and estate, and at last, they killed themselves. Lloyd grimaces as he contemplates his character's fate. Lloyd is a bum and a heavy drinker. He died after throwing up blood. Frustrated, he questions, what's the point of being a noble then? It's the same miserable life as it was in Korea. What the hell is that absolute being doing? For me to come to possess this person, what could my original wish be? At that moment, Lloyd's mother, Marbella Frontera, enters, clearly upset. He destroyed the things in the bar last night. Lloyd, caught off guard, tries to explain, I did not. I was reading the novel last night. Marbella, tired of his excuses, please, Lloyd. Can you apologize this time? Lloyd, realizing it's his responsibility to clean up the mess the real Lloyd made, agrees reluctantly, TSK. I guess it's a mess that this body made, so I'll have to clean it up. Begrudgingly, he relents, yes, okay. I'll do it. Can you please not think that's praiseworthy? After apologizing to his mother, Lloyd reflects on his bad reputation. An alert confirms his worst fears. The two were seriously bewildered by your reaction. Everyone avoids Lloyd. The villagers absolutely detest you. Lloyd, resigned, sighs, yeah, I got that. By the way, Javier, why are you following me? Javier explains his task. His lordship ordered me to escort you so that what happened yesterday does not recur. Lloyd, perplexed, asks, escort for me? Javier delivers a blunt truth, hardly. It's for the villagers. I'm protecting them from you. Lloyd realizes just how feared he's become. So I'm like a gangster. I guess the first thing I need to do is get rid of this scumbag image I have. Determined to change his future, Lloyd devises a plan. No, if I can sort out my family's debt before that happens, I can live peacefully as the heir to a country baron, and live a sweet, comfortable life to a ripe old age. As he contemplates whether he has any cheats in this world, he gets a surprise. So I do have a skill. Human scum, a passive skill. It causes others to furrow their brows. He continues reading the skill, Rowdy Drunkard. When this skill is active, people tend to avoid me. As they walk to the pub, Javier asks, Master Lloyd, where are you going? The pub is over here. Were you lying when you said you would apologize? Caught off guard, Lloyd quickly responds, No. No. I was thinking about something. Upon arriving at the pub, Lloyd, in a surprisingly polite manner, calls out, hello, excuse me. Javier, noticing the change, remarks, something has seemed off since last night. Gathering his courage, Lloyd steps forward and bows, forgive me. Everything that happened last night was my fault. An alert highlights the pub owner's extreme anxiety. The bar owner is on maximum alert. The terrified pub owner pleads, Master Lloyd. Please, I beg you. Do not do this. Lloyd realizes that his sudden politeness is only making things worse. Oh, is that what's happening? He's even more terrified because this scumbag is suddenly being polite. He quickly adjusts, then I'll be a little ruder. Well, I guess I'm sorry. The pub owner, still trembling, responds, it's fine, you don't have to apologize. Javier explains why the apology isn't enough, that's to be expected. Everything you destroyed yesterday, his furniture and decorations, they were all purchased with the pub owner's hard-earned money. He likely won't be satisfied until he is compensated. Lloyd, contemplating the family's overwhelming debt, laments, compensating him when we have so much debt. Is it so hard to get brownie points with the villagers? So if we don't repay the debt, nothing is going to change. But how? Javier adds to the pub owner's plight. Not only that, the pub owner's mother is sick after the late winter cold. Combine that with your misconduct, and you can imagine just how hard things must be for him. Lloyd takes a moment to observe the pub's cold conditions. The inside of the pub is rather chilly. A fireplace isn't enough to heat an entire building. The elderly can't handle that kind of cold for very long. Suddenly, a brilliant idea strikes Lloyd. Unless they have ondal floors. Excited by his revelation, Lloyd realizes his unique advantage. I've got it. A light bulb went off in my head. There are no ondal floors here. If I build them in this world, they would definitely sell. Energized by his discovery, he thinks, the hooligan Lloyd Frontera could never dream of this stuff. But the real me, Soho Kim, can. In school, I majored in civil engineering. During my time as a military engineer in the army, I constructed a house all by myself. I've worked day and night at construction sites too. His eyes gleam with determination. This is it. With this, I can settle all of the Baron's debts. Turning to Javier, Lloyd declares, Javier. Let's go back to the pub. Confused, Javier asks, and why is that? Lloyd confidently replies. To get my first order. As Lloyd rushes back to the pub to implement his grand plan, a notification pops up, your true journey has begun. RP system has been enabled. You can gain RP by improving relationships.